So, our last candidate tonight is also a friend of mine, and I'm so excited to introduce you all to him. You may remember him from the last cycle, and here we go. So, let me introduce you to Chase West. Chase West is a candidate for Texas House District 132, and he's running up against Republican Mike Schofield. So, welcome, Chase. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and why you're running for office?
I sure can. And of course, you had to put me after Chuck. But my name is Chase West. I am running for Texas State Representative. I am the Democratic candidate in the general election for HD 132. I'm a Harris County native, and I've seen the area grow from cow pastures to Starbucks on every corner. I was born into a well off family as both of my parents worked for the now defunct Savings of America. We moved to Katy when I was 2, and then Reaganomics hit us like a ton of bricks. We were struggling for years, and once I was about 8, I would help my father mow lawns to keep the rent paid and keep the lights on, which we really can't even count on anymore anyway. Uh, During this time, I became really obsessed with political policies and how they affected regular families, and of all things, music. I finally figured out what they had in common, and that was the ability to help people. So I watched my parents crawl out of the poverty pit while it was still possible. My dad is now retired, and my mom owns her own law firm in Houston. My dad used to be a folk singer, and he taught me how to play guitar at a very young age. And from the age of 14 on, I was in several bands. And after sending demos to hundreds of labels, I finally got signed to a label in Nashville. Needless to say, I'm no rock star. I'm still here. But my music was meant to help people. And when I came back, I opened up my own commercial recording studio, and I've helped several young artists realize their goals just as I did. Then I turned my eyes back to politics and paid close attention to my opponent's voting record. When he was actually president, he voted exactly how Abbott wanted him to. He's not very well known in the community and only has his seat due to large donations and incumbency. So it's not looking too good for him this year, though. Over the past few sessions, Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick, and Ken Paxton have irresponsibly hurt the people of our state, from our crumbling grid to homelessness to LGBTQ oppression. And while I'd rather my 21-year-old daughter not get pregnant, I will literally fight anyone who tries to tell her what she can or cannot do with her body. Men in government have no place to try and control a woman. Welcome to 2024.
Amen. I hear you there 100%. So, what are the top three issues that you are running on that are the most important for your district right now?
Of course. So, when I went to when I was in Katy ISD, we were actually taught. And my daughter, I saw the way that they've been teaching. So education is a huge concern of mine. I think we're up at like 46 now. Like, woo! You know, the way that we get better education is to have better curriculum, less standardized testing, better pay for teachers, better pension funds for retired teachers, and you're going to get results based off of that. I also want to repeal the abortion bill, the whole bodily autonomy thing. I agree with Chuck. That is healthcare, which brings me to my next point of universal healthcare, because where we live in the Houston area, well, I mean, we're like the medical capital of the world. We on every block we could go to a doctor, but there are several areas of rural Texas that you have to drive 80 miles to get to the nearest hospital. And I want to basically create legislation that has healthcare centers within 50 miles of any town that has at least 5,000 people. We have those in our area. They're called Legacy Community Health. They accept regular insurance. They accept Medicaid, Medicare, and if you don't have a job, they will charge you on a sliding scale. And they do OBGYN, they do psychiatry, they do regular PCP visits, and I mean, they do everything. And I'd really like to see that around the state so that everyone can, because I don't see us joining the Obamacare or Biden care or whatever they want to call it now.
Yeah, absolutely. So Chase, where can we find you and how best can we support you right now?
Okay, so my website is www.westfortexas.com. That's FORTX.com. Y para mis amigos en español, es www.oesteportx.com. C-O-M. And then my socials are all basically West for Texas. So West FORTX. And then my TikTok, which that's something new, that is the Livid Liberal. And between each word is an underscore. So the underscore livid underscore liberal.
Okay, I'm going to follow you. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're a musician, TikTok should be a natural place for you, Chase.
Oh, yeah. One of my first tweets was a song about Greg Abbott.
Fabulous. I love that. I absolutely love that. So wonderful. I am so glad that you joined us here tonight, and I hope that I get to see you on the campaign trail this season. Thank you so much for joining us, and big thank you to everybody out there at Mothers Against Greg Abbott, Mothers for Democracy. I just want to give one last shout out to our candidates who joined us this evening, and that is Michelle Vallejo, Dwayne Hanley, Denise Wilkerson, Chuck Cruz, and Chase West.